Hello dear students, today we are on lesson number 7, our government. Now, what is government? It means the people whom we elect to represent us, to be the voice of us. And those people, they are the one who govern the country and forms a government with all the laws and rules. So today we are going to learn in this chapter about the levels of government in India and which are the wings of the government. Let's begin the chapter. Cut out a picture of the current Prime Minister and the Chief Minister of your state and paste it in the box given. Then fill in the other details. So, cut a picture of Prime Minister of India and also the Chief Minister of your state and write their name. Who is the Prime Minister of India and who is the Chief Minister of your state. Now, our government. India is the world's largest democracy. In a democracy, the people elect their representatives. What is democracy? Democracy means people has the right to give their opinions, the right to speak, freedom of speech. That is known as democracy. These representatives form the government. The people elects their representatives, means when there is election, people they go for voting for their own leaders, isn't it? We go to vote for our own leaders. So out of those leaders, then a minister is elected to represent the country or to represent the state. So that is known, and those representatives, what they do, they form the government. Government refer to the people who governs the country. The Indian government is elected by a system of universal adult franchise. What is universal adult franchise? It means people belonging from different caste, different religion, educated, uneducated, then poor, rich, everybody has the right to vote who is above 18 years of age. That is known as universal adult franchise. We require government to resolve our problems and concerns. Imagine if there is no government, then whom to go and tell our problems, who will look after our problems, who will solve our problems, who will be concerned about our country. So it is very important that a government should be there in order to take all the important decisions of the country. Now, levels of government. There are different levels of government. They are union government, which is also known as a central or national government. State government, local self-government. The local self-government is further divided into panchayat and municipal committee. India is a huge country comprising many states and union territories. To govern the country effectively, the Constitution of India provides for a government at the central level and at the state level. The powers of each government is clearly given in the Constitution. The central government looks after matters of national importance like defense and foreign relations. Each state has a state government which is responsible for matters within the state, like maintaining law and order. In addition to central and state government, there are local governments, government bodies for rural and urban areas that look after the local issues and the problems of that area. Now, local self-government for rural in the villages and in the towns and cities. Now, organs of government. Our government functions through three organs. Legislature, it is the law-making body which discusses issues and make laws. So, who are the legislator? The one who are appointed by or who gets the majority of the votes during the election, and also the opponent, those who sits in the legislative assembly for discussing about the steps or about the rules and regulations, about the problems, how to tackle, how to make laws. So those persons are known as a legislator, and they are the person who makes laws and then who looks after the problems also. Executive. It is a law implementing body which enforces the laws made by the legislator. Now executing, who are the executor? It is the people in the legislative assembly. There are people who execute the laws which are implemented by the legislator. The next is judiciary. It is a system of courts that interprets and applies the law. So the courts, the judiciary is the courts, the High Court, the Supreme Court, all these laws are applied in this courts, the laws which are made by the legislator and which are executed. Now central government. Central government is commonly known as a union government. The legislative body is the parliament. It is a supreme law-making body of our country. The Parliament of India has two houses, the Lok Sabha, lower house, and the Rajya Sabha, upper house. Their members are known as members of parliament. So the central government, it is also known as a union government or also the national government. They look after the issues or in the national level, defense, and also in the foreign relations. Then the legislative body, we know that it is parliament. All the important meetings are held in the parliament, and in the parliament there are two houses, the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. And all these members in the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha are known as members of parliament, MPs. Next, members of the parliament belong to several political parties. The party that gets majority votes in the general election is invited by the president to form the government. Where is the Parliament of India located? It is located in New Delhi. And it was designed by Sir Edwin Lutyens and Sir Herbert Baker. If no party gets majority, then some like-minded parties come together to form a coalition government. The government is headed by the Prime Minister. The President is a constitutional head of our country. So the government represents the people of our country. The President, Prime Minister and other ministers of the central government comprises the executive at the central level. Now, we have seen the legislators. Who are the legislators? The one who makes laws, isn't it? And here, who are the executor? It is a law implementing body which enforces the laws made by the legislator. Means executor, who will give the permission. It is the President, Prime Minister and other ministers of the central government. Now, state government. State government functions like the central government. The state legislative body has two houses, Vidhan Sabha or Legislative Assembly, or Vidhan Parishad or Legislative Council. They correspond to the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha respectively. It is important to note that most states do not have a Vidhan Parishad, means a legislative council. Very few states of India have the Vidhan Parishad. The number of MLAs and the MLCs also differ from state to state. The number of MLAs or MLC is in proportion to the population of the state. In our country, Uttar Pradesh has the largest assembly because it has the highest population. State government are formed after the results of the state elections are declared. The chief minister is the head of the state government. He or she is appointed by the governor. The governor, chief minister and other ministers of the state government comprises the executive at the state level. So who executes the laws in the state? They are the governor, the chief minister and the other ministers. Now local government. The local government takes care of local administration of cities and villages. Local governing bodies in villages comprises village panchayats, panchayat samitis and Zilla Parishad. Local bodies in cities and towns comprises municipal corporation, municipalities and nagar palikas. So local self-government are further divided into urban areas and rural areas. In rural areas, in the villages, we have the Gram Panchayat or the Zilla Parishad, then the Panchayat Samiti, and in the urban areas we have the municipal cooperatives or the Nagar Palikas. All this looks after the problems and the issues of the area wise. Now, judiciary. Judiciary is the third organ of the government. It is the sole authority in our country to deliver justice. Just like the government, it is organized hierarchically at three levels. These are at the national, state and district levels. So the judiciary works at the national, at the state and at the district levels. The Supreme Court works at the national level. It is based in New Delhi. The High Court works at the state level. They are usually based in the state capitals. The District Court works at the district level. It is based in the district. So, judiciary, the one who does justice and who implies all the law. So, we have the Supreme Court who works at the national level, and the Supreme Court is in New Delhi. Then the High Court, it works in the state level. And then the District Court, it works in the district level. The Constitution of India provides for an independent judiciary. All the courts of the country are under the general control of the Supreme Court of India. So all the courts of the country, like the High Court, the district courts, who controls them? It is controlled by the Supreme Court of India. In case of a grievance, people approach the court. In the court, there are lawyers who represent the case of the people before the judge. The judge hears the case and delivers the judgment. If the people are not satisfied with the judgment, they can approach a higher court. In such cases, the judgment passed by the Supreme Court will prevail. So these are the organs of the government: the state government, the local government and the judiciary. The central government. Next, we have filling the blanks. India is the world's largest dash. It is democracy. Dash is a process of voting a person to office, election. Central government is commonly known as the dash government, the union government. Members of the parliament belong to several dash. Members of the parliament belong to several political parties. The dash and other ministers of the state government comprise the executive at the state level. The governor, then chief minister. Okay, choose the correct answer. There are dash levels of government in India. 3, 2, 4, 5. We have 3. The dash is the law-making body of the government. Executive, court, legislature, judiciary. It is the legislature. The Lok Sabha has dash members. The Lok Sabha has how many members? We know that there are two houses in the parliament. It is the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. Lok Sabha is known as lower house and Rajya Sabha is known as the higher house. In that also there are members. So what is the total number of member in the Lok Sabha? They have 550 52 members. Now, the dash is the head of the state government. Who is the head of the state government? It is the chief minister. Next, write T for true and F for false statements. Executive is a law implementing body. True. The Lok Sabha is known as the upper house. False. All states of India have the Vidhan Parishad. False. The local government takes care of local administration of cities and villages. True. The Constitution of India provides for an independent judiciary. True. So this is the end of the chapter. I hope so you have understood the chapter well. Next time I will meet you with a new topic. Till then students, take care of yourself and thank you so much.